21-year-old nail tech located in New York arrested after multiple counts of reports have been made that she held her clients hostage in her shop for over 12 hours after finding out they went to another local tech in the area.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. So yes, I have the same sweater on that I had in the last video, same hairstyle, same everything, but guess what? I'm trying to batch these for you guys. And as you know, once I get into one video, usually it leads me down the rabbit hole of another video. Listen, did you see the intro video? Like, what? 12 hours this lady kept the people locked in the place because she found out that you going to another nail tech. What? Girl, that is kidnapping. Not only that, multiple reports. Multiple. So you do this on the regular and you keep your friend. What? I need to know more about that. And I did not go further into that video because I couldn't believe it. I kept looking for more information, but I didn't know who she was. If y'all know what that is about, please make sure you put it in the comments, guys, because in today's video, we are going to go through what's going on at the hair salons and the nail salons and what is going on. It's already this is already tough out here in these streets, much less to get a beauty service and be threatening either your home, your salon, beat up, all the things. Is this what's happening? Like, you know, I do the videos and we talk about, you know, when clients are upset to the point where, you know, they get emotional. Now, emotion can lead to anger, and anger can lead to violence. So, you know, you got to be careful. And as, you know, nail techs, hair people, all the things, we get upset too, you know, but I really, I come from a place, if your vibe is off, you can't come to me. And if your vibe is off, I ain't going to you. It's just as simple as that. And I hate to admit it. We do own salons, right? And there's a lot of different personality in the shops. When I tell you, sometimes you're in there, and that's why I don't work inside a shop, because sometimes you're in the shop and you turn around real quick because you're like, what is going on over here? There's been situations where people have fought in the shop. I mean, and it's not even a ratchet shop, but you know, it's not even that. It's just, I think it's the younger people. I can't even say the older people. It's more of a specific age group. And I don't know what to blame it on. I don't want to say that it's all the young people, but it's been all the young people where if you go on Instagram, any type of social media, you will see all these things happen. And it's the people with between about, I won't say between, let me stop smacking because somebody got mad at me smacking in the last video. Between about 17 and I want to say about 32. That age group will beat your behind. They really will, behind either getting their hair done or you not paying them their money, whether it be the service provider or it is a toxic situation. It makes you scared to even be the client or the clientele. Like, I would be terrified if I had to go to your house and I don't know who you got in the house or even your suite, who you got there and what y'all plans are for me. I really would be terrified. And that's just, you know, and when I take clients, I don't even give out my address until it's time for you to come, and you're going to pay a nice, good deposit, because if I got to boot you out my place, you know. But anyway, all that to say, it's violent out here in these streets, in these beauty streets. Make sure you guys are liking, commenting, and sharing. And tell me if you've had an experience or if you've been in a salon and seen a situation where, like, it's gotten hostile to the point where you're like, you know, I can't come here no more, or I need to leave now. I need to leave immediately. If you go to a hair salon, nail salon, lash place, any of those things, and your first inclination is to look for the exit, you don't need to go there no more. Let's get into these videos.
Oh my God, have you heard this story?
Stylist attacked in her home after a client refused to pay for her braids. 30-year-old Stephanie Samuels is behind bars facing several charges, including aggravated assault.
Latasha Dickerson told me she spent 9.5 hours braiding a client's hair last weekend. Instead of the client paying $200, she physically attacked the hairstylist, leaving a bite mark and bruises on her arm.
Please be careful of who you let in your house.
Latasha Dickerson has been braiding hair for more than 20 years. Dickerson told Fox 13 she offers on-location services or has clients come to her home in North Memphis.
It's not about the money or the time. I just like making people feel good.
Dickerson says Stephanie Samuels has been a client for 17 years. Samuels came to her home to have small, extra long box braids done last month. This cell phone video shows how Samuels' hair came out after 9.5 hours of braiding. Dickerson says she charged Samuels $200.
She gave me $50 and said that's all she had right now. That was it. And then she was like, I can't give you nothing else. I got to pay my mortgage.
Dickerson says she was at a loss for words, especially because Samuels is a childhood friend. She says she wanted to work out a payment plan, but the unthinkable happened. Police say Samuels bit Dickerson's right arm, pepper sprayed her, and pulled a box cutter on Dickerson while her children were in the home.
When she pepper sprayed me, I just started hollering because I just, just hit my head and I'm like, ah, and I just like this right here. And then this when she started swinging back and just attacking me, I'm looking like, what is she doing? And she got me down and she started biting my arm, like her whole teeth prints is in my arm.
Dickerson says Samuels took the $50 and ran out.
When you're trying to help your community, people just trying to take advantage of it. And when you're trying to put good in your community, people don't care. And it's just like, she didn't have to, I'm sorry. It's okay. She didn't have to do it. She didn't have to do it.
Dickerson says she was looking forward to using the money towards Christmas gifts for her children. She advises hairstylists to request a deposit and have clients pay up front before starting the service. In Memphis, Sierra Jordan, Fox 13 News.
Now that's a hard one because they've been friends for 17 years. When you have clientele, well, let me speak for myself. When I have clientele for that long, I don't typically request a deposit. They don't even have to book through the booking site. They could just come to me. But it seems like something else was going on there, because why would you come to somebody's place knowing that you can't pay for the hairstyle and to mace her and to do all that in front of her children at the house? It's something else going on with that. Some type of mental breakdown. Something else had to happen. It's almost like, what? $50? No. And she need to raise her prices too. Because 9 hours at $200, girl, you barely getting $20 an hour, girl. But oh my God, I feel bad about that situation. But let's watch this video on what she said. Story time. I beat the Chicago hairstylist up for playing with my money and my baby. It was what? Oh, it was a principle for me. Okay, let's see what she's talking about, girl. Because what? Not the clients beating up. So this is the second one. We on the second video, and this is the second one where let's hear what her reasoning. Because I don't know why you would beat somebody. All right, let's listen.
Hey y'all, welcome back, and I just want to give y'all this quick story time about this time that I beat this girl up, and the police told me to do it, right? So
they told you to do it?
Did tell me to do it, but I was gonna beat her up whether he told me to do it or not. But I beat her up because she was playing with my baby, right, and playing with my money too. But at the time, my daughter was 3 years old. Keep that in mind. She was, she wasn't 3. She was 4. She was already 4.
That's her hair down there.
Let me see. No, she was 3. She was 3 because this was 2022 and my baby was born in 2019. So anyway, she was about 3.5 when this happened. But there was a young lady that I had found on Instagram, and I had asked her to do my hair because I was looking for someone to do some extra small knotless in my hair. This was like at the end of June, so I was getting my hair done not only for my birthday that was coming up, but my anniversary was coming up, and then I just didn't want to have to deal with my hair for the summer for a little bit, so I was gonna get the braids, done in my hair, some extra small knotless braids. So when I tell y'all, the girl did my hair so beautiful and so pretty, and she ate down. Mind you, I had never met this girl before. I found her on Instagram, and she was only 10 minutes away from where I live. So I was like, cool. She was pretty pricey, but her work stood for it. Okay. So anyway, I went to the girl. She did my hair, and mind you, I was there with her for 9 hours. And at the end, like close to the end, I'm seeing how she doing my hair, and she's taking pictures and she's showing me like, oh, these look so fat. They look good. They blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, do you do children's hair at all? Hold on, y'all. Okay, so anyway, at the end, I asked her, do you do children's hair? I asked her specifically, do you do children's hair? She said yes. I said, well, for my daughter, we just went through a whole little triumph. This is before I started doing my daughter's hair by myself, because if y'all know, I don't let nobody do my daughter's hair anymore. I've been stopped that long time ago. But my daughter had got tinea capitis when she was in daycare, like probably a little bit before that, right? But her hair had already started going back. Probably the year before that is when she got the real bad ringworm. So it took about a year before her hair was starting to grow back. But I told the girl that I wanted to get some large knotless for my daughter. Keep that in mind, because I'm going to share the pictures, y'all. No lie. I said that I wanted to get some large knotless done for my daughter. I wanted them to be large, okay? I said I wanted no minimal tension on my daughter's hair, and I didn't want anything small in her hair. The girl said, okay. She said, send the deposit. The deposit was $50, so I sent the $50 deposit, and she accepted the appointment. But the day that she was available to do my daughter's hair, and mind y'all, my daughter is very, like, she does like a little moving and a little when she get her hair done, but she don't cry, she don't scream, she don't yell, she don't move, she don't jump, she don't nothing. She's chill. She's very chill. So anyway, so I'm thinking that might have been an issue, but no, that wasn't the issue, y'all. Just keep listening. So the day that she was doing my daughter's hair, I knew that I had a very important meeting at work, and I worked downtown at the time, and I was taking the metro train to work, and I could not take off work that day, and that was like one of the only days the girl was going to be available. But I knew that my husband would be off, so I was like, it's okay, he can take her to the appointment, no problem. And I knew that he would be willing to sit there with her, no problem, because we don't do no drop-offs, boo. Either if I can't go and he can't go, then she can't go. It ain't happening.
That's right.
But anyway, my husband takes my daughter to the appointment this day, y'all, and the appointment was probably at 10 o'clock. So first of all, first red flag was my husband gets there and he calls me and says, hey, babe, what suite is the girl in? He's like, I thought you said it was this suite number, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, nobody's here. So first of all, she didn't get there till about 40 minutes later, right? And because I'm about to go into this meeting when my husband called me, I didn't even have time to call the girl or to text her, nothing. I said, babe, I think she'll be there in a minute. Just, wait for her. She should be there. Whatever, like that. So she finally comes 40 minutes late. And I'm still, giving grace, right? Because I understand things happen. Even though you didn't communicate with us, things happen, right? So I tell my husband, like, I'm like, it's okay. I'm like, just make sure that she does large knotless. I'm steady emphasizing this, but my husband, he don't know what knotless is. He bald head, and then his other two daughters are grown, so he don't have no reason to know what the styles are. So he just assumed the girl know what she doing, and he gives her the baby, and he sits there with the baby, but he letting her do what she do. So she calls me. Hold on, y'all. I gotta stop 1 second. So she calls me and she was like, hey, I hope you are doing well. At this time, I'm out of my meeting. She's like, I hope you are doing well. She was like, but I just have something very personal going on right now. I'm not going to be able to do Jordan's hair. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's no problem. I thank you for calling me. I truly understand that. I'm like, are you just saying you're not going to be able to do it today? Or, should we reschedule? I'm like, what? She's like, I'm not going to be able to do her hair at all. So I'm like, spicy, but okay. So at this point, I'm thinking that it's my daughter. I'm like, maybe, Jordan was moving around or something, or maybe it was just one of them days and Jordan was going crazy. So I called my husband immediately after I hung up with her. I'm like, are you next to Jordan? He's like, no, it's like a little waiting area right here, but I'm not far from the door, just a couple feet. He like, and the door is open and I can see Jordan because it's a mirror right there by the door. He's like, I can see her from where I'm sitting at. I'm like, is she crying or anything? Like, what's going on? He's like, no, she's just watching her iPad and she's eating her snacks. So I'm like, well, the girl just said that she's not going to be able to do Jordan's hair. She has something going on, but she also didn't offer to reschedule. So I'm like, and before I got off the phone with her, I said, well, can you please Zelle me back my deposit, my $50, because that was the deposit, right? And if you can't do my baby hair, then you need to send it back. So anyways, y'all, the girl, she sends my husband and my daughter on the merry way. Now, I'm not knowing that she already started on my daughter hair, y'all. And I'm going to put the video, I'm going to put a picture of what my daughter hair looked like when she left, when the girl dismissed my husband and my baby. My baby had some real small, I remember a real small, like zigzag braid, like one big braid and something else. And then she took all the weave hair and stitching hair and just wrapped it around my baby hair and sent my baby home like that. That wasn't even what you were supposed to be doing, boo, because I made myself clear what I wanted in my baby head. But anyway, you playing with me now and you playing on my baby, because ain't no way in hell you thought that was finna be okay, that you was just gonna be able to do that. So, y'all, I waited all day because I knew that this girl may have other clients, or she already said she has something personal going on or whatever like that. So I'm not gonna wait all day for my deposit. It ain't nothing. I don't get out of work till 5 o'clock. By the time I get home, it'll be 6 o'clock. Boom, boom, boom. Now, the girl also had one of these calendars that you could see that she booked other clients, but you just can't see the client name. So I knew she was still working today or whatever. I get on that metro. I ride that hour home. I still hadn't got my deposit in my head. I'm like, okay, she thinks she fucking with me. Okay, let's see. So I get right in my car. I didn't go home. Mind you, my house is only 2 minutes from the metro. I didn't go home. I went right to where she was. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Y'all hold on for part 2.
Oh, God.
Okay, y'all. I'm going to try to wrap
Oh, they messed up that baby
I
hair.
don't want this to be a very long story time.
What is that?
So after I went all the way to where she was, it was like a professional building that she worked out of. So when you go in, there's like a whole bunch of suites. It's a ton of suites. Her particular suite, of course, she just did my hair, so I knew the suite. I knew the suite number, and it had a ring camera on the door. So I hit the ring camera, and of course, she knew it was me. So she opened the door and she welcomed me inside because she knew it was me. She was still in there. She had a client. She was doing someone's hair. So she opens the door, and I don't know if she looked at the ring camera or what before she opened the door, but she opened the door. So at that point, when you open the door and you open it wide and you welcome somebody inside, you welcome me in. So anyways, I say, I was just trying to figure out if you're going to be able to Zelle me back my deposit because you didn't do my daughter's hair. I'm like, and then the style that you sent Jordan home with, the style that's, in Jordan's head right now was not the style you were supposed to be doing. I specifically asked you not to do any small braids in my baby's hair. No tension, like minimal tension as possible. And that's not what you did. I said, and I understand that at first you said that you had something personal going on today. But not only did you not offer us a reschedule, you haven't sent me my money back, and you said you wouldn't be able to do her hair at all, and you got a client right now. You're doing somebody's hair. Mind you, I do know that she got a client. I know it's somebody else in there because remember, my husband already told me that there was a mirror right there where he could see, and that was right. I could see from the same little lobby that I was in. It's a mirror right there, and I could see that she had a client. But at that point, I didn't even care about her having a client because I'm right in your face, and all I'm asking you to do is send me my $50 back. Because again, this is about the principle for me. As petty as it is, it's about the principle. Because now you think you playing in my face. I zelled you my $50. You zelled me back my $50. So she like, well, I told your husband that I was going to send it later tonight. I told him that I was going to send it. You ain't tell my husband that, boo. But this ain't about my husband. My husband didn't pay you. I paid you. I'm here now. So you can either give me my $50 in cash or you can zell it to me. So she's like, well, I have a client. So can you just leave? I said, no, ma'am, I cannot leave. No, ma'am, I cannot leave. I said, I'm going to sit right here until my phone ding up with a text message that says that you got me.
I know that's right.
Back. So she goes in there and she calls the police and she tell the police that somebody is causing a nuisance and blah, 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 blah. So the police asked her, they come, one of them talked to me, the black officer talked to me, the white officer talked to her. The black officer, I explained to him what's going on. I tell him all I want is my money back. I just want her to send me my money back, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to answer the picture, y'all, of what she sent my baby home with. Because, mind you, she was supposed to be doing large knotless in my baby head. I don't know what type of game this girl was playing, but I just didn't feel like playing that day. I guess I didn't feel like playing. So anyway, the black officer told me after I explained the situation to him, he said, if we were in the city of Chicago, this girl ass would have been whooped before I got here. He said, so when I leave, because I already asked her if she wanted to press charges on you, because basically she's trying to say that you trespassing because you refused to leave. I said, no, she welcomed me inside. But the officer said, he said, when I leave here, you welcome to do whatever you want to do. Because as far as we concerned, this was just a call for us. We leaving. He said, she don't want to press charges on you. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Soon as that man left, I gave her one more opportunity to give me my goddamn money back. And she refused to. She didn't give me my money back. And her whole claim was that she had a client or whatever. So at that point, I'm getting outrageous now. Because I don't give a fuck about your client, boo. I said, give me my money back. So the girl walks past me and now she calling because apparently the suite was owned by her auntie. And her auntie was allowing her to do hair there. So she called her auntie saying, yeah, it's somebody in your suite and she blah, blah, blah. She be in there, she be in there. I said, tell your auntie that I'll leave immediately as soon as I get my money back, blah, blah, blah. So she walks past me and when she walks past me, she hit me real hard like that. Like she bumping me, like getting out the way, like telling me to get out the way. Woo, woo. And that was all she had to do for me. I'm telling y'all, I beat that girl ass for the today, tomorrow, and the day before that and after and everything else. I beat the shit out that girl, y'all. So when I beat her ass, I left. I left immediately because at this point, bitch, I just got $50 about your ass and I don't even give a fuck fuck no more. It is what it is. I left immediately. But sure enough, they charged me, right? I had to go to court about it. I had got charged with a assault or something, like some type of battery or something. They ended up throwing it out, right? Because I had never been arrested before, never been to jail, nothing, no criminal history, nothing. But that day, again, I didn't feel like freaking playing with this girl. I didn't feel like playing. So she ended up not coming to court and they threw it out, y'all. But it was just a principle for me. It wasn't about the damn $50, okay? I wanted my $50 back because you refused to do my baby's hair and you played in my baby's hair. That's what really got me mad. But it was the fact that you didn't send me my money. You refused to send my money. And when I went to court, the judge told me, like, well, the way to go about it is to take somebody to civil claims court, not to assault them. I ain't got time to do that, boo. I wasn't thinking about no civil claim, about no $50. I want to whoop her ass. But the police officer that pulled me to the side told me, like I told y'all, he said, when I leave, beat her ass because you not wrong. He said that to me, I swear to God, on my dead mother's grave. That's what he said to me. So, but I was going to beat her anyway, whether he said that or not. I just want to be clear about that. I was going to put my hands on her because she bumped me. So, I probably would have been cool if she ain't hit me, like, you feel me? She footballed me, baby. She boom, like she, like I was a little mama or something. Nah, bitch, now you gotta take this L. You finna catch this fade today. So that's what happened, y'all. And I never got my money back, but she got her ass whooped real good. And by the grace of God, because God is always on my side when he know I'm not wrong, it got thrown out, and I never had to talk to that girl again. But yeah, that's what happened. So moral of the story is, don't fucking play with me or my baby. You don't play with nobody's damn children, bitch.
Girl, it's the God and the F word for me together. Okay, now in that situation, what would you have done? She was asking for it. She really was. I mean, when she bumped her, I don't know that I would have went to go beat her because she didn't give me my $50 back. But she did. That baby's hair did look a mess, and it almost looked like it was too tight on the side. What was she going to do? Like, what was the plan here as far as the braid? What were you doing? She asked for knotless box braids. That is nowhere near that. Like, where were you going with this? And why did you stop in the middle of that and think it was okay and not send her money back immediately? I'm just so confused about it. You know, what would you have done in that situation? There's a lot of elements there where I can see as a mom why you would be pissed off and not want to even play with her. But oh Lord, and she said the police said that she's lucky because she could have been in jail right now behind, but it's like she would have been all right. She would have been all right by being in jail for beating this girl about her baby and the $50. So all right, so the next video, guys, this is about a hairstylist. I'm gonna read this to you. It says hairstylist Jayla Amora drags, I don't know how, I think it says like 17-year-old, 15-year-old, something like that, client for trying to leave. Child, not me, can't read right now. Drags 15-year-old client, I think it's 15, for trying to leave without paying. Now, I think this video that I'm watching, I watched something else, and this is what started this whole video today. Is I saw something about this girl, and she was online talking all type of mess about. So she's a young girl too, if I'm not mistaken. She's like 18 or 19, and I'm not sure if she's friends with the girl or whatever, but I'm telling you, these young girls, they really, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Instagram and TikTok and all the things have made them feel bold and like they can't go to jail for putting their hands on people. If you are over 18, I'm here to tell you, as a hairstylist, I don't care how good you are, and I don't care how much teen is in your name, 19, 17, 18, you will go to jail for child abuse. If you messing with kids, as far as dragging them, hitting them, doing crazy stuff to them, kidnapping them because you locking them inside the suite because they ain't got money to pay, your best bet is to call their mama. Call their mama, call somebody, let them go. Let them go. You cannot put your hands on anybody, especially not a child. I don't care how young you think you are. Y'all can both go to the same school. If she is 16 and you are 18, you're behind going to jail. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you because I've seen this more than not. And this has been like little girls doing nails, and because their friend ain't got their $20, they want to fight them. Now you in jail for child abuse. Like, for real. So we're gonna watch this video, okay?
Like, y'all please shut up about this. Like, even shut the fuck up about it. Y'all don't even gotta shut the fuck up about it. But stop going off what she said, because she don't know shit. She's lying like shit. Like, it's annoying me at this point. And two other things I keep hearing y'all say, why didn't I charge the car from the beginning? Y'all, me and this girl was cool the entire time. Like, I was never rude to her. It was never nothing like that. So if she's sitting right here telling me she don't got the money and she trying to call somebody to get the money, why would I charge her car for it to decline? Like, that's what I thought it was going to do, because she's sitting right here telling me she don't got the money and she got to pay me in 2 weeks. So, like, charging her car was the last thing on my mind. Like, what the fuck? There's another thing y'all keep saying, where's the footage of her leaving out? Y'all, I don't know how the fuck is no footage of y'all. Literally, I don't fucking know. I'm going to add the messages from the lady I rent from, because I don't have no access to the camera. Like, if I need something from the camera, I text her. And I text her, I'm gonna add these fucking messages. She literally said it only caught when I went to get the broom and then when I dragged her back in. But that shit don't make sense to me, because even before, that situation, we was in the hallway the entire time. Like, once I was on her service, we was out of my suite. Nothing transpired in my suite. So I don't fucking know. She said it only captures motion, some shit like that. But it's like there was motion. Like, even with us walking out the door, like, y'all see the camera starts with us coming back in. It's gotta be motion for us to be walking out. So I'm fucking confused on that part too.
So what is this, just the explanation of?
I'm gonna go.
What are we supposed to be looking at? I'm confused. Oh.
So y'all, Jayla Moore made another video saying updates regarding the whole situation of her dragging a 15-year-old. So she gonna say in the video that the world need to shut the up talking about the situation. Pause, bitch. We is not finna shut the up talking about this situation, because we are not the one. Use that video, post as much content so your ass can get more viewers and followers. See, y'all bitches have to think of what y'all post, because y'all don't know what consequences come behind that shit. So you were trying to get some laugh off that shit and more viewers and followers off that shit. So that's on you, boo-boo, that it went viral. And another thing, she's stating that she don't have access to the camera. She had to reach out to the landlord to get the footage, whatever, blase, blase. But it doesn't got all the footage. It just got certain clips. Something ain't adding up right either. She talking about it's weird and shit. But my thing is this. If you don't have access and the lady don't have full footage or the rest of the clips of what all happened, then somebody had to cut that off, because it looked like she got like Wiz. And with those type of apps, you can go.
Okay, so she gonna go into, I guess they talking about the video, or why there is not footage to substantiate what the young girl is saying actually happened prior to her dragging her. That don't have nothing to do with the price of tea in China. It don't. That's not why we here. We here because this girl dragged this other young girl. So I was able to find the clip of what happened. And there's like a news report that kind of explains a little bit more of what happened. So we're gonna get into that, because I don't know what she's talking about, and who got time?
Video that has more than 54 million views. You can see 18-year-old Jayla Cunningham dragging her 15-year-old client by the hooded sweatshirt, saying,
"Oh, I didn't see this part."
You try to right? You lucky I
Jayla claims the 15-year-old was trying to leave without paying for the $150 service that included a weave with tracks. Jayla cutting the weave out of the teen's hair with scissors because she says the teen did not pay for the service. And then what did you do?
I dragged her by her hood back into the salon until I can get paid, or, until the police come, or until, she let me take out the service. Never been paid.
But the 15-year-old's mother says Jayla also dragged her by her hair when she grabbed her hood, and says that her daughter accidentally sent the money to the wrong Cash App and was trying to pay Jayla. The family has hired the Jackson & Associates law firm to represent the 15-year-old in a civil lawsuit.
The video is horrendous. It's a 15-year-old girl. We're talking about someone's child here, a child who is being dragged across a salon floor by her jacket for over something as simple as a mistake.
Wow. So that makes me a little emotional on the inside, because I ain't about to cry on TV. But I'm just thinking, if that was because I have a 14-year-old, if that was one of my kids, I don't care what this is. And the girl did not pay her by mistake. She sent the money to somebody else by mistake. It was probably trying to figure out how to get the money back. Because, you know, a lot of times these young girls, they only get a certain amount of money to get their hair done. Like if my daughter was getting her hair done, I would only give her the amount, whatever the situation is. You put your hands on my baby. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Who is raising you for you to think that it's okay to do that? Why is that what you're gonna do? Like, why wouldn't you be like, okay, can you call your mom to see if you can get my, why wouldn't y'all try to figure that situation out? Then you gonna pull her and tell her she better stay right there? It would have been lawyers involved, but it would have been trying to get me out of jail because what you're not gonna do is put your hands on my child. You're not gonna do that behind a hairstyle. And I'm wondering who the other person was that was inside there that saw, because now she has a witness. And then you got on the news camera. That's how unsmart the young girls are. Why are you on camera telling exactly what happened? Because now you already sealed your case. You already done told the business. You admitted to what happened. They gonna get you for what you got, which is probably nothing. So if you're of a certain age and you're with your parents, guess what? They suing your mama and your daddy and whoever sweet that is, because it happened there. Y'all don't think of the consequences of what happens when you guys do the things. All because you wanted to be a hairstylist on social media and also be social media famous. So now you famous, 54 million views, and you think somebody gonna let you do their hair again and you gonna tell people that they need to mind their business. But you know the sad thing, y'all, I'm sitting here talking like anything's gonna probably come of this. I wouldn't be surprised she got anything more than probably community service, and I would be shocked if she didn't have any more clients, because guess what? People will keep going to her, because I'm sure she got a group of people under her comments talking, girl, you did that. We encourage and we applaud, not we, because it ain't me, applaud the foolishness, the bad behavior. Like, it is, I don't even know what to say, because if she's monetized and all those things, a lot of things that comes with it. We really do reward as a society bad behavior to the point where she thought that was okay. She thought that was okay, and she didn't feel bad about it. She like, and what? Let's get into another video, guys. You guys got to comment and tell me whatever happened with that. I didn't even want to go back to find out what the recourse or what happened behind it, because I was so angry by just looking at the first clip. I didn't watch the actual full second clip until just now. I just went back and found it, clipped it, you know, because I like to watch these videos with you guys. But had I watched the video, I think I would have dug a little bit more to find out what was going on. But anyway, let's get into this, because hair, nails, beauty services, it's not worth all this. It really isn't. If you don't have the patience to get your hair done, then you need to do it yourself. If you're not patient enough, mindful enough, savvy enough to be a hairstylist and know how to get your money without beating up your client, yeah, you need to find something else to do with your time. Maybe you need to get in boxing, I don't know. But let's get into another video, y'all.
Time to clock in. The battle between hairstylists versus clients is striking again. Let's talk about it. This specific case is talking about Haspa versus Vani. Vani is a client who basically booked to get her hair done by Haspa, but Vani pulled up to the hair salon late with her child and with a pixie cut. Vani pulled up to the hair appointment, but because Vani pulled up to the hair appointment with her child and didn't say nothing to Haspa, Haspa said, "I'm not doing your hair." They went at it for a little bit, but then Vani said, "All right, just send me back my deposit." Haspa said, "You're not getting your bread back." And that's when things escalated. 646, bitch! My name is Diamond. Here's my 2 cents. Service providers, I need y'all to hear me well. If you are not providing the service to the client, send the client back the deposit. Stop gripping and holding on to the money. And I don't feel like Vani should have even had to ask for the money back. If you already knew you was not going to touch her scalp, send her back the bread, period. The hospice now saying, "Oh, Vani's harassing me. Vani's harassing me." You went to her page, and you went to her page to essentially get information to report her to her job. Then to also come out your face and say, "Oh, and I also was going to write your baby father."
How you know her baby
that you was acting up in front of your daughter. You're dragging it. You're dragging it.
I also found who a child father is. I said I was going to send the videos to Nicholas of you trying to fight me outside with his daughters, but I think filing a police report would be a way better option.
Y'all, text me in the comments. I'm interested in knowing your thoughts. In the case versus Hasfa versus Vani, who do you think is right? Quite frankly, I think they're both wrong. But I do think this woman is dragging it. Just a wee bit much. Y'all, my name is Diamond. You just clocked in. Don't forget to follow.
Okay, so like the other video, I had to go back and find the video that started this all. So what you guys are going to see next is the video that she's talking about how it got to looking for people's baby daddy and what? Okay, let's just see if this was worth what she says that the new outcome is. So I don't know. Let's watch.
Hey y'all, so come with me to get.
Give me my motherfucking money.
Well, I didn't mean that, would be for a 7-year-old child.
It says no children, not babies, no children.
No, it says to come alone.
Yeah,
that's what
no
it says.
children.
It don't say that.
Okay, I'll get my phone right now to show you.
No,
I date you sexually. I don't care. So you got your $30
Yo! I'm definitely go watch the full video, but to summarize it, the girl showed up late to her appointment, spoke with the stylist, and did not let her know that she was going to be bringing her kid. The whole time the stylist's policy says that you cannot bring guests, you cannot bring children. They end up going back and forth over whether or not the girl can even have her appointment. Client wants her deposit back, stylist says no, and then they really go at it. And when you go through and you read the comments, everybody's like, you were wrong. Like, why would you bring your kid?
Why?
Her policy says this, but I think that every policy has an exception. Don't know who your clients know, and there's a way that you approach people and how it is that you would speak to them. You can definitely set a boundary and be firm without being mean and rude. There's so many people who have encountered her as a professional now who may or may not ever go to her because of the video. And with the client, there's like this unspoken rule thing amongst service providers where if you do have a bad rep as a client, there's a lot of people that won't take you on. I'll tell you how many times I've gotten an inquiry from somebody who I didn't end up seeing, and I call up my friends, my other fellow therapists, my colleagues, and I'm just like, hey, look out for this person.
Whew. Okay, so I hope you guys got the gist of what that was about. Who was wrong in that situation? I feel like as a client, you were absolutely wrong. It didn't matter if I say kid, dog, puppy, cat, your mama, no other guests. No other guests. Especially not your baby. Especially not your baby. You don't know what I got going on here. You don't know if I like to listen to raunchy rap music while I'm doing your hair or whatever. You don't know. And I don't want to keep stopping because you got to get your baby goldfish. So, anyway, we're going to get to another video, guys. Yeah.
I don't know who's at fault, but when you start cutting braids out of people's hair, it's time for you to pack it up and go. And by go, I mean the jail. And yes, y'all, the stylist is still taking appointments. Now, you guys saw the story yesterday on the Neighborhood Talk, and shout out to them. It was between a client and her mother and the stylist. And apparently, allegedly, the mother had showed up late and she was going to be charged a $25 fee. When she refused to pay it, the stylist then proceeds to cut the braids out of her daughter's hair. Now, after that story went viral, the client's sister came to the comment sections, and here's what she had to say. She said, please understand that my sister is currently 6 months pregnant. I hate saying I would have fought her, in quotes. She had to defend her daughter as best as she could while being cautious not to hurt her unborn child. What? Now, here's the statement from the stylist after she was fired for cutting the braids out of the client's hair. She said, let's be clear and stop lying on my name. I never waited until after I was done with the client to tell her about the late fee. The client called at 5:05 stating her location, and I told her on the phone call that is fine. But if you get here at 5:10, you owe a $25 late fee. If you're arriving at 5:15, the appointment is canceled as stated in the policy. She said, okay. And when she arrived at the shop at 5:10, she asked, does she have to stay with her child? And I stated no, but when you come back, you do owe a late fee. She asked why, even though I already stated it over the phone. She goes on to state that the call was at 3 p.m. I told her I had only gotten her message at 9:25, and I'm going to assume in the a.m. and her call at 5:05, but I did not receive anything else. I asked her, what did she want to do? Did she want to get her child's hair done and pay the late fee? And does she want to cancel? Because now it's 5:15 and I still have to wash her child's hair. and her appointment will run late over to the next client. She agreed to pay the late fee. And before I finished completing the child's hair, I called her over twice, and she may now come and pay the late fee. She rolled her eyes and ignored me. When I called her over a third time, she stated she wasn't paying it, and I let her know either way, she has to pay the fee that she agreed to, or I will cut the hair. So I cut the hair. Okay, to be clear, cutting somebody's hair is assault. That's assault. Because your hair is connected to you, and anything that you do to a person that is connected to their body, their orifice that you are attacking is assault. Now, I understand that the shop that she was working out of called Draft Picks had fired her. Good for them. You don't need nobody in there who's wielding scissors all willy-nilly. And it's a simple late fee. All she had to do was never take that client again. It was that simple. Or if she has a payment system set up, she could have charged her the late fee on the back end and allowed that customer to dispute it with the bank. But cutting someone's hair is assault. And if y'all don't understand that now, it's going to be a whole lot of hairstylists in jail.
And you know what? And we're going to see the news report that kind of goes a little bit deeper into actually what happened in here, the mom's side. What? First of all, don't leave your child. Let me be clear. Do not leave your child at anywhere by themselves. You don't know if this girl was willing to cut out your child's hair because you did not want to pay $25. You don't know. And it seemed like she was at a barbershop because, like I said, you know, we have shops too where it's everybody, barbers, all those things. Your 11-year-old child, you're going to leave in a place you don't know her, or do you know her? Because there's no way. So let me just, and that's just my interjection here. That had nothing to do with the price of tea in China probably. But do not leave your children at a salon by themselves. And that's kind of tricky too, because they do have what they say, nobody else. But if, for me, I'm uncomfortable with leaving my children that are that young by themselves to get anything done. My first question is, hey, she's a kid. Do you mind if I stay? If not, then you just can't do the hair. As simple as that. Because my baby might need something. I don't know what may happen. I don't know who you got coming in and out your place. So nah, do not leave your kids with these crazy. All right, so let's just get into the other half of that video to just hear kind of what happened as a news perspective, okay?
6 o'clock, a hair appointment turned into a bloody situation over a $25 late fee.
News 2's David Hamilton reports the people involved say this was bigger than the charge. So, David, why do they believe they're not getting the justice they say they deserve?
Sylvia, Michael, I spoke with the grandmother of the 11-year-old who was in the chair during the altercation, who said they feel this is being swept under the rug.
My breath caught. When you see it, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, wait, you know, you just don't know what's going to happen next because
wow,
is at this
scissors.
That was Conchata Singleton's reaction after seeing video of an altercation involving her pregnant daughter, 11-year-old granddaughter, and a hairstylist. And it all started over a $25 late fee.
My daughter said, well, your grace period states that I'm late after 10 minutes. I was here at 5:10.
So the pair refused to pay the extra fee, and they began arguing back and forth.
You can see her pick the scissors up, and she just, as if to proceed to cut my granddaughter's style out. But my daughter had already paid for that style. She was inquiring about the $25 late fee.
The video shows the mom trying to stop the stylist from taking back the braids, injuring herself in the process.
And what they told me was that there was no intent, that she wasn't trying to cut my daughter's hand. My issue is once she picked the scissors up, she became a threat.
She said her granddaughter is traumatized and she wants criminal charges filed against the stylist.
And when you get fresh braids, it's even, that hurts. And as she's pulling, it wasn't a light pull, it was pulling. Because you can see if you watch the video, her body is like literally hanging back. She's pulling her. And my granddaughter was trying to, I can't imagine how that felt. It had to be painful. But when I arrived, she was crying. She ran to my arms and, you know, Mama, it hurt.
WBRZ hasn't named the stylist because no charges have been filed. It's something Singleton is working on, saying her next stop will be the district attorney's office.
One, you canceled the initial appointment. Two, you picked up scissors to a child's head, regardless of the intent. You picked scissors up. Like, that does not make any sense to me. It just does not make any sense to me. You do not have the right to cut the style out the child's head. There's a way to handle those things. You cannot take the law into your own hands.
And after hearing what happened, the owner of the Draft Picks did file the stylist and shared this video with us of what he said she did next. Poured water all over the floor of his shop before leaving the property. He said he will not be pressing charges. We'll let you know what happens next, Michael.
Yeah, no, y'all are... No, charges need to be filed against her, because what is her problem? What is her problem? Clearly something else is going on. That's why I said you got to be careful who you hire, who you have in your house, who you got doing your hair, all the things. So I don't know. I don't even know. What? That's craziness. Yeah, Anyway, so this next video that we're going to watch, I left this for the end, but well, it's not even the end, but I left this for a little bit deeper into the video because this one is very, very serious. I don't know how it got here. I really don't know how it got here. Luckily, everybody's still okay. Nobody, is unalive. Everybody's good to go. However, how it got here and how things can escalate, you don't know people's stability levels clearly after y'all seen all these videos. But this one, I want you to pay particular attention to. I did have to go back and kind of find out what happened because I was a little confused when it started. So just follow along with what's going on and pay very close attention to what you're looking at and listen to what kind of happens throughout the video. I believe that this is the last video, but this one, yeah, just let's watch the video.
Did y'all hear the hairstylist story time where the client was mad that her hair messed up in like 2 days or whatever? So she shows up to the hairstylist's door with and this wasn't just a hand, this was a stick. She had it under a cover, had it in a blanket hidden. Now, as somebody who's been to this stylist twice, the wig don't move, the wig won't move. The wig won't move for a good 2.5 weeks. I'm not even exaggerating. She uses some Erica J glue. I guess that's like the best glue in the game. All I know is that bitch don't move. So for the girl to be tripping about, like her wig moved in like 2 days and she wanted a new hairstyle, like she was like demanding a new hairstyle or whatever, and she was trying to hit up the stylist like, hey, can you do my hair over because my hair's up, and she does have dreads under the wig. So the girl did say she thinks that her dreads are coming unloose under the wig, so that might be a reason. Either way it goes, she felt like 220 was too much for her hair to be fucked up in 2 days. Okay, reasonable. The girl said the stylist was ignoring her, wasn't getting back with her fast enough. Now, mind you, in the midst of all this, it was the stylist's off day when the girl was blowing up her phone. Also, the stylist was having car troubles. So the stylist did tell her, hey, when I find time to do your hair, I'll do it. Even though I don't think it's my fault. I know my work, I know what I do, and it looks like the girl was rumbling around, rolling in dirt, and riding on y'all know what I'm talking about. Like hair was up, and the stylist is like, ain't no way that was my fault. Now, no cap, old girl, it looked like old girl, if that was the wig in the ring camera, it looks like old girl was riding on meat. That's neither here or there. I don't know what transpired. Old girl shows up with under a blanket, under her arm, knocking on the girl door. Now, I don't know what happened, but I know that the stylist was able to get out her hand. She was able to and call the cops and got the girl arrested. So you telling me you show up with that and you don't leave with that? You leave in handcuffs? Mind you, it's all over an install. What y'all think about that? Like, tell me, please. Leave in handcuffs I wouldn't trip out about no install like that. I would not trip out. I would not crash out. I have a son. I can't. But it's people out here that's willing to do it. What y'all think?
Okay, so this question gets us back to this opens up part 3. So boom, after all the texting and stuff, I ended up blocking her Facebook because of the way she was talking to me, y'all. When I tell you I was not coming rude to her, it's just when she was texting me, at the time she was texting me, y'all, I'm in the club. If you go back and read the messages, I said I'm out right now. I was in the club out at Ghost Bar or whatever, and I'm just like, listen, if I start like matching the energy that she was giving me for real, it would have been bad, like, on my end. So I was just like, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow. But after me saying that, she continued to come Ruly, and I was just thinking, I'm just like, you know what, we just gonna dead this all the way around. So I blocked her on Messenger. I blocked her number. I blocked her from my booking site. I just deaded it. Like, I just let it go. Because I'm like, I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you. And quite frankly, I really don't want to deal with this tomorrow either, because your attitude is bad. Now, fast forward to today, March 17th. Y'all, this morning when I woke up, what did I do this morning? It don't even matter what I did this morning. I wasn't here. I wasn't home. I was at my boo's job because she was working near me today, and I was chilling with her and stuff, and like, my phone ended up dying, but a mutual between me and this client, someone referred her to me, but the mutual had told me like, hey, such and such has been reaching out to me, trying to get in touch with you about her hair. Keep in mind, I have already blocked her, thinking that the problem is resolved. It's like 10 in the morning, I want to say, when this person hits me up or whatever. And I'm just like, listen, I blocked her. She's just not the right client for me. Now, this is where this comes in at. This girl took it upon herself. Keep in mind, the girl texted me at 10 about me blocking her or whatever. And I'm just like, baby, I blocked your friend. It's over with. Now, this girl took it upon herself, the crazy client. She took it upon herself to show up at my house. Do y'all see? Hold on. I need y'all to see. Can y'all see the... Wait, that thing. Can y'all see that time right there? It was 12:41 p.m. today. Now, this is her, okay? How do I make it play? Okay, it was glitching. Okay, y'all see this? She knocked on my door, right? She knocked on my door. What is that? She knocked on my door. I'm not home. Only my mom is home, right? Okay.
Wow.
She knocked on the door. She ended up putting that down next to the wall. So when my mom opened the door, my mom didn't see it. She just thinks there's a girl knocking at the door, right? So my mom doesn't know the situation between me and the girl, because I had done went out. So I didn't get to brief my mom on like, hey, I have a client who may be, you feel me, going crazy right now. So my mom lets the girl in, and I guess she's talking to my mom or whatever. But whole time, remember, I'm with my peoples. But at this point, I'm heading home because now my phone is there. I don't have no charger. I leave my boo. I'm heading home. Phone is completely dead. My mom had been trying to call me and stuff, but before my phone actually died, my phone was on 1%, and I text my mom, and I'm like, hey, listen, my phone's dying, but I'm on my way home. By the time I text her that, my phone shuts off. So I'm turning in, I'm getting back here. I make it upstairs. I see the blanket leaning on the wall by my door. But I'm thinking maybe that's just like my neighbor's blanket. But I'm like, damn, that blanket just floating. Keep in mind, I don't see no, like, it's covered. I don't see no, see nothing under, like, on the floor or anything. So I just walk past it, look at it like it's nothing. I walk in the house. I walk in the house. Go to the next video.
What's she waiting on? Is she waiting on her to come to the door? What was she gonna do?
Fuck, bitch, hold on. Your switch out there. What's that? Bitch, is you cool? Is you cool? Nah. Is you cool?
Close the door.
Fuck, bitch, hold on.
Woo! That's it. That's all. That's all I could share as far as that video went. If you're interested, I guess you can go back to the girl's page to find out what happened with that. But that is pretty extreme. I don't know what will lead somebody to feel like, and most of these have been client driven. I don't know what would lead any client to come to somebody's house. Either way, you were leaving in handcuffs. Whether you had did something to her with that, showed it to her, or came there with it. Once you left out of your place with that, you were asking for trouble. I don't even know how, as a stylist, I would have reacted. You're at my house. My mom is there. You're in my house. Like, listen, we have to be careful who we're letting in our space. I know money be good. $250 for a wig is ridiculous, but you know, that's what the going rate is. Who am I to complain? I don't do wigs. You know, if I charge $250 for nails, you can't say that to me because that's what I do. I know my work. But for a client to come back, $250 is worth your freedom. How, where, when, and why? How? I just don't understand what your mindset is. But that's what I'm saying. You have to be careful how you're getting your money from these clients, who you're bringing into your house, how you talk to your clients. And as a client, you have to be careful who you are letting put their hands on you, because everything is energy. Everything is energy. I truly feel that. But yeah, whew, from one extreme to the next, y'all. Which story was the most like, oh my gosh, story to you? I mean, that last one really took me all the way. And then the one with the girl being dragged. Even the one with the little 11-year-old, you doing all the stuff. You got scissors. You done cut that lady. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's it. That's it. Be sure to comment and just, you know, let's get the dialogue going, because things like this shouldn't happen. And I do my best to try to bring awareness to things like this, because I don't want it to ever get to a point where somebody's on the news, somebody's having to plan a funeral based on the fact that the weed fell out. You know, really? Anyway, y'all, thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I lost words, y'all. And as always, I appreciate you guys. And until the next video, guys. Bye. Bye, guys.